So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. Today we have Matt Young from the band King Parrot. So, if you don't know King Parrot, they're a grindcore band from Australia, and they're touring the States for the first time in 5 years since 2018. And we have here Matt Young, the lead singer, and we're here all to talk about this tour that they're in right now. So, Matt, how are you?
Doing good, man. Yeah, we're just been out on the road probably for about, I don't know, maybe 2.5 or 3 weeks almost now. And yeah, we've got a couple of weeks to go. And yeah, man, it's going great. We've had some incredible experiences so far. And yeah, we're just sort of making our way across the country now, and we're heading to the West Coast to do some shows down there. So that's going to be cool.
Awesome. So I know that right now you're doing, I think you're doing two tours, right? There's a tour that you're doing with Pantera and Lamb of God, and there's like a mini tour with either, right?
We've been just, yeah, we've been sort of doing, like the tour itself. Our tour is like 34 shows in 36 days. And we've done shows like with Weed Eater. We did like 7 shows with Weed Eater. We did like 5 shows with Pantera and Lamb of God. And now we're just kind of doing a few headlining shows on our way over to the West Coast. Tonight we're in Minneapolis at the Turf Club, and then tomorrow we're playing down in Denver. And then we have a day off, and we meet up with a band called Filthy's Eternal, who are like a young up-and-coming sort of punk rock, nasty punk rock band. They're a really cool band. And we're meeting up with them and Spirit in the Room, who are also another housecore band. And we're going to do like, I think 7 shows down the West Coast with them. And then we sort of, after we sort of head over to Texas, and we meet up with a few other housecore related bands and do some shows over there in Texas before we head home.
Wow.
So it's a bit of a mishmash of a tour.
Yeah, because you're doing like the big headliner with Pantera and Lamb of God, and like smaller show with smaller band. Which kind of shows do you prefer? Do you prefer like those bigger stadium tours, or do you prefer they're more intimate, like small venues?
It's hard to say, it's like, playing those big stadium shows, it's like ridiculous. It's huge. And for a band like us, like we know that we're we're a grind band. We have, like grind, thrash, punk rock. We're an underground band, so we're used to playing in the clubs and the smaller clubs. But to have the opportunity like we have, many times to play like festivals and bigger shows and things like that, it's fantastic. We love it. And especially with the Pantera and the Lamb of God crews, like they were amazing. Yeah. And they looked after us so well. We've had a long friendship with Philip and Selmo and Housecore Records, who've put out our albums and things over the years. So, we're very we have that close friendship, and so we kind of, when we got to those shows, they look after us so well. The food and the catering is incredible, of course, and they really looked after us. So and obviously the Lamb of God dudes too have been super cool to us. We've known them for a long time as well, and especially Randy and Art, the drummer, who we toured with. Art used to play in Prong, and we toured with Prong in Europe a few years back and shared a bus with him for like 6 weeks, so we know him quite well. So they were super cool to us. It's always a great experience to play in front of that many people in one shot, but there's nothing like playing in the clubs as well when it's like a packed house and everyone's going bananas. It's great.
Yeah, I think I actually like smaller club shows because I think they're more intimate. Plus, you can hear the music better. If it's like a super huge venue, sometimes there's like a sound delay, or it depends the acoustic of the place. So yeah, I like smaller venues, but yeah, it's a great opportunity for your band, for people, especially people. There has to be people, fans of Pantera, that haven't heard of King Parrot. So they're just listening to the band for the first time and getting into it. How has that crowd been, the Pantera crowd? Has it been accepting of your music?
Pretty much, man. Yeah, I think we can only go by things like social media and all that sort of stuff, and you sort of see things pick up, and people sending messages and videos and all of that sort of stuff. Like it's been very supportive, incredibly supportive. I'm sure there's been a lot of people like standing there like confused, like while we're sort of like playing blast beats and screaming our asses off, like going, what the hell's this? But I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of confused people going, who the hell are these guys? But for the most part, from what we can tell, it's been a really positive response, and what an experience and an opportunity for us. Like it's just incredible, even to think that like an Australian band, like underground Australian band like us, get the opportunity to jump on stage with one of the biggest metal bands of all time in America is incredible, man. We're incredibly grateful for that opportunity. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, and I know you guys put out 2 EPs, one in 2020, one in 2022. So after this tour, are you planning on going to the studio to record something else at the moment, or are there no plans?
Yeah, we're working on it. We're doing we've got like we're kind of halfway through writing a new record. We're gonna when we get home, it'll be summertime in Australia, so we'll take a little break and just like focus on writing. We'll play a few shows here and there, but our main focus will be writing, finishing off the new album, and then trying to record it and get it out there for next year, hopefully.
Yeah. Do you are you planning something like different in the sound, or are you gonna get that King Parrot like grindcore sound?
Well, look, I think with us, it's like I think early on we kind of established what our sound was, and that's something that we're really grateful for, I guess, because with just the approach, the way that we attack the music. I guess attack is the only way you could describe King Parrot. It's like an attack. It's fast, it's abrasive, but there's also hooks and slower moments and grooves that you can get into as well. But the fast parts are incredibly fast and brutal and intense. So but we work within like lots of different frameworks as well within the music. We're not just specifically a grind band or a thrash band or a punk band, but we pull from all of those places. Sometimes we even pull from all kind of rock and roll influences. So I think that gives us a good platform to kind of work from. Is like it's not always just going to be this one thing. There's going to be different elements to what we do. So but I guess for us, the challenge is just to get better at the songwriting, to get better at recording, to get better at all of those aspects of it. So that'll be our focus moving forward, is just to make sure that the song's really solid and really strong, and then the recording process is better than anything that we've done before. That's our goal on this new record, I would say.
Plus, you've had some songs with some great titles like "Shit on the Liver," like those album titles. You don't forget them. So you guys, cool. I'm gonna show here I have the flyer for the tour all the tours that you're doing with all the bands. So you're finishing on the 30th on Austin, Texas. So is that one with Pantera? The one on the 30th?
No, we're finished with Pantera now. We just did it, so you can see on the legend all the if you zoom in on there, you can sort of see that we're finished with Pantera now. We did the 5 shows with them, and then and then we're sort of we're at St. Paul, Minneapolis at the Turf Club tonight. So we've just got shows with Filth is Eternal and Spirit in the Room coming up down the West Coast. And then, those last sort of 3 shows are in Texas. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great looking flyer. So
it's a little bit confusing with all the support bands and everything on there. I know it's probably confusing. I get it, but because we're doing so many different things with different bands, we couldn't. That was the best thing our graphic design dude came up with.
Yeah, he would probably like, this is too much. Let's
yeah, he was. We were trying to work out the best way to do it. And it was just like, do your best, man.
So when you're on tour, do you take is there like specific items that you take on that you take with you on the road to make life more bearable? Like your essential items that you need on the road.
Not really, like the other guys in our band, like a real minimalist packers, like they take not much stuff at all. I always take too much. I always take too much stuff. Like I'll bring too many t-shirts, like, I'll be like, and because I like get sweaty and all that shit, like with the stage clothes, and that'll bring too much clothes. But then, when you're on tour, you end up getting a million t-shirts from all the bands that you play with and all the, so you end up coming home with like 5 times as many t-shirts as what you left with. So I need to remember not to bring so many t-shirts. But other than that,
do you have like
just,
a t-shirt
just
budget?
Well, we swap t-shirts and you get t-shirts given to you and all of that, sort of like the venues and the bands that you play with. So you always end up coming home with like 50 t-shirts. It's ridiculous. But other than that, man, like not really. Like I've been drinking tea, this stuff called throat coat. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like this special, it's like a tea for vocalists. And I just put a little bit of lemon and ginger and honey in it, and I've been drinking that every day. And my voice seems to be holding up so far, considering we're doing like so many shows day after day after day after day. Like I haven't really felt like I'm losing my voice. So other than that, man, it's been pretty good. Like I don't really, really need too much. It's like. Yeah, not really. Nothing much. I mean, everyone, you got your phone these days. I guess everyone, phone does everything. So, I'll take a couple of books and things like that. But outside of that, man, and there's not really much time to do anything else. Like right now, I'm sitting in a laundry doing my washing.
Well, you gotta wash all those 50 shirts. So you buy 50 shirts. Do you take like 2 pair of pants, and you have like 2 pair of pants and 50 shirts?
Basically, yep.
Yeah, I'm the same. I had a lot of shirts and like 3 pants. So
yeah.
So yeah, life on the road. See, it's not that glamorous. You do laundry, you drink your ginger tea, and then you go and play shows. Like, if you're like aren't they like drinking? And like, I guess when you're younger, you don't think about that. But if you're a singer, and when I saw that flyer, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of fucking shows in like a short amount of time that you guys are playing.
Yeah. So we have 2 days off. The whole tour, we have 2 days off.
I'm guessing when you get home, you won't want to do like anything, like just rest out and chill. I would love to go to Australia one day. That's like a country that I would love to go to, and just like be there like a month, because it's there's so many things to do there.
Yeah, man, it's a big place. It's like as big as America, but with nowhere near as many people and nothing through the whole middle of the country. Basically, it's just empty. So yeah, it's a cool place though. Like we're lucky to live in Australia. I mean, it's such a long way away from everything. It's such a long way away, and but we love living there, and it's a great place to be. So yeah.
And some amazing bands have come from Australia, like, and in different styles. Like almost every time that I hear a band from Australia, I usually like it. So yeah, it's good. So Matt, I'm gonna, I know you have to go rehearse for tour, so I'm not gonna take any more of your time. So I want to, thank you for taking some time to talk with me about the touring and stuff. And
thank you.
That you're going to, after this tour, you're going to work on a new record, possibly, so people can look out for it. So yeah, if they can stream their other albums, their streaming services, or if you're watching this and go catch them on tour. There's still 2 weeks left of the tour. So anything that you would like to say to the fans before we go?
Oh man, I just want to say thank you to you for supporting us and promoting us. We appreciate it. All the ticket links for our shows are on the website at kingparrot.net. We're incredibly grateful for everyone that's been supporting us on the tour so far. We've had such a great time. It's been, like one of those almost life-changing experiences getting to play with a band like Pantera and Lamb of God too. You know, what just incredible for a band like us from Australia to have that opportunity. So we're incredibly grateful, and you know, looking forward to this next little, you know, I think we've got like 10 or 12 shows left or something like that. So it's going to be fun, and we're looking forward to hitting like the West Coast and going down there. Like I think we go from like Vancouver all the way down to San Diego, then across to Phoenix and down to Texas. So yeah, these next couple of weeks we're really looking forward to, and then by the time we get home, it's going to be summer in Australia, so we'll be like, yes, like it's going to be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be winter for everyone else. Well,
yeah,
for me, no. For me, Puerto Rico is like an eternal fucking summer.
yeah.
It's
I could imagine.
it's always
We
the seasons here are hot and less hot, but we have like winter. Like winter, I go to the beach here on winter. So
yeah.
so yeah,
I mean, we got to get down there and play at some point. We haven't been there to play yet, and we've done some great stuff. So
awesome. So guys, people, you heard it here. King Parrot are on tour. Go catch them and get the tickets and go and enjoy a great grindcore show. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.